You can go ahead and talk. I have unmuted you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's get started. Sorry about the mistake. I had set it up for 8:30 p.m. Mistakenly, I had set it up for 8:30 a.m. instead of p.m. I do apologize for that part. Okay, I'll go and check the comments if people are leaving comments. Meanwhile, you guys can ask here as well if you want to. Okay, so we should not sleep. Yes, that's how it is. I'm only live in 2 places, on Telegram and YouTube. I'm not doing TikTok. It's too much for me. We can't hear you, Brother Shah. Really? But someone just confirmed that you can hear me. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, brother. Matic, Polygon. Okay. Altcoin season. What's going with Bitcoin? Okay. Don't say something special until I do morning prayers. Okay, brother. I won't do that. Now is good. Okay. We have Dawa Exchange. Yes, go ahead. You're unmuted. You can ask. All right. How is Shah? Shah is doing fine.
Can I hear you?
I'm good, brother. I can hear you now. Can you hear me now, Dawa?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. You wanted to ask something?
I wanted to ask about Ethereum.
Okay. What about Ethereum?
Sorry, let me check right now. I have saved it on my. Let me check it and call.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. A minute.
No problem at all. Okay.
Okay, it's Pepe rather. Pepe.
Pepe?
Yes.
What do you want to know about Pepe? Its future?
I was arguing about a friend and he was saying Pepe could go a bit higher. And I was saying I don't see any future in Pepe, but he was saying Pepe has future.
Okay. When you say a bit higher, how high we are talking about? Let's talk about Pepe right now, okay?
He's talking about 2 zeros. He's talking about going up 2 zeros.
Going up and losing 2 zeros?
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at Pepe. It has 5 zeros right now. And we are talking about losing 2 zeros. We haven't lost 2 zeros. It has 5 zeros. It has lost 1 zero, but 2 zeros, no. Yeah. We can do something else with it. I can actually, just a second, okay. $10 billion market cap, and it is sitting at 2. So to lose another zero, it needs to go 5x. It needs to be $50 billion. 10 into 5, 50. So going to $50 billion, you're talking about which coin getting replaced? 50 billion. Dogecoin is sitting at 23 billion. Okay. 50 billion is almost, you're going after Solana. Let me put it like that. So Dogecoin, Pepe becoming that big, losing 2 zeros, it's unrealistic. I don't think that is going to happen. It's an argument like when people used to say Shiba is going to go to $1. It's that kind of a thing. So you need to think of it realistically. Why would $50 billion go into Pepe? What exactly is the reason behind it? Like there needs to be something, right, that happens to Pepe that would lead to $50 billion, right? Okay.
So what about Agora?
Agora?
Yes. Yes.
I haven't heard of it. I'll check Agora.
Algorand.
Algorand, okay.
Yes.
Algorand, its future. I mean, it's an inflated coin, okay. And when it comes to its overall supply, it's not increasing. It's not a case scenario of Ohm mantra where they are minting new tokens or they will start minting new. I haven't checked the contract address. I haven't checked that if the creators can create new tokens or not. But when it comes to Algorand, at least right now on the surface, the supply is limited, but it is inflated already and there is a lot of inflation left. So going back to 2021 peak, that would be your dreamland if you are looking for the maximum. So you're talking about $2. That would be the best case scenario for Algorand, and for that you need to have a mega bull run like we had in 2021. So only then you can say something like that. Okay, Rahil wants to talk. Go ahead, Rahil.
Hey, Salam, brother. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
Great. Wanted to touch base regarding what do you feel like? I know the market's going to be down the road. I know it's a tough question to ask, but I wanted to ask anyway. What are you feeling the next end of April or May? Do you think we get something to get out of the market, or looking tough to answer that question?
I think that we are going to have moments of pumps in coins, and I think they will be a bit random in a sense that I think yesterday Mana started pumping out of the blue. So there are going to be moments of pumping, but having a green market I think is totally out of equation now, because if we had turned March green we would have had more hope, but as March is not green and April sucks as well. Right now it's 14th of April. In some countries it's already 15th of April. So considering how things are right now, I don't think that we're going to have a full-fledged green month. And the overall economic turf, the way Trump is doing stuff, if we want to bring our orange friend into list of accusers, then we can blame him too for it. But overall, I wasn't expecting 2025 to be bull run anyway, with or without Trump, because the video I made, it was before Trump joined office. I hadn't even seen what he was up to. So the year was not a bull run to begin with, but he has only expedited the process of disaster. That's all I can say. So we may see an exit, but the answer that I can give you is just a may. That there can be some good news that would pop up and we can rally, but that's all on luck. But you're not going to see a month that will be green, that will give you a good opportunity to take an exit in a relaxed manner. Like if you don't have your take profits targeted or your sell areas already in place, there is a possibility that it would go and hit the target that you want, but you might be sleeping and you will miss it.
Got it. Thank you so much, brother. And one more question. I know I've been watching your videos on XCN. I took a position on it. I know you told me the support is 18 cents, which is very good support. But you think gut feeling is going to go up or down because it's stuck in the, for the last couple of days.
XCN is a very small market cap coin, and its investors, the whales, they treat it as a pump and dump. Pump and dump in a sense that they start pumping it, then the retailers, they jump on it, and it gets pumped exaggeratedly. It pumps by a 2x, it goes up 100%, and then it takes its sweet time because the whales, they don't contribute to it anymore. Then slowly it starts going down and it goes down back to where it was. I don't think that if XCN is not able to hold the area of 1.8 cent, I don't think that there is a chance for XCN to go towards 2.2 and 3.3. I mean, we have hit the area of 2.2. We just missed the area of 3.3 with it. It made its attempt, but I don't think that if we are not able to hold 1.8 after going towards 2.8, which is pretty high from 1.8, I think the retracement is pretty much indicative of the fact that investors don't want to buy anymore until it goes back to 1 cent. So going down from 1.8 to 1 cent is a 80% drop, because going from 1 cent to 1.8 is 80% move. So I think if it is not able to hold the 1.8 cent, you are going to see some bleeding.
Got it. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem at all. Okay, I'll see if Telegram chat has questions, and then YouTube has questions too. How is your coin doing, Shah? My coin is doing well. We have some updates, but that is in the Telegram. When bull run starts for altcoins this year, if they do quantitative easing, then you have a bull run. If they don't do, pray for bull run in next upcoming years. Okay. D says, would you think it's bad time to jump into the market since it pulled back today? Of course it is a bad time, considering that you are investing and you're not trading. If you're jumping in for trading, it's fine. If you're not jumping in for trading and you're jumping in to invest, you can get 40 to 70% discounts from here if you just wait out. If you just wait a bit more, let it go into the month of July. Till then, you will see some really nice events, and then it will contribute towards discounted prices. You will be able to get your favorite coins at better prices. Okay, can you touch on Polkadot? Polkadot, I think you're going to see $2 on it, as I've covered that in my video. Pretty much all coins I had target with. TIA, I had $1.9, which was the starting price. It went and it achieved that almost. Polkadot, the starting price is $2. I'm expecting it to go and hit and achieve that target too. So it will take time. I have XRP at $2.88. What would be good decision now for you? Okay, good decision for you would be to wait it out and get ready for DCA. Let XRP go down. Don't invest in XRP until and unless you see XRP again at 50 cents at least. If you don't see XRP close to 50 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, don't do a DCA. If you're doing a DCA before that, it's only going to damage you. So you're pretty much stuck. And if you are going to ask question that why not sell now and wait for 50 cents? The answer for that is that if you sell now in loss and if it goes up, you will end up shooting yourself. So you never sell in loss. All the things that you do it before investing. Once you invest, then you are stuck, you're married, you can't do anything. So it is always wise to make decisions beforehand. And if you hear sounds, I'm sorry for that. I am keeping the chair, it's a massager, because I'm going to sit here for at least an hour. So I need the back to be relaxed. Okay, there's another question. Would you think it's a bad time to jump in the market? Oh, this is already answered. XRP is answered. WIF coin buy at $1 spot. I think it's a very bad decision because WIF is a meme and it had its trend, and even that trend is dead. You're investing in WIF is like investing in peanut coin meme. So you are at extreme risk. So it's like dealing with a lottery. Unfortunately, there is nothing else I can add to WIF. Awesome, I got you caught on live. Thank you, JB. The market is absolutely not following usual trends and patterns. There are no usual trends and patterns. What the Moon Boys had was the 4-year pattern that every 4 years they are supposed to see a bull run. If you go and ask them why, then they don't have an answer. They would say that because it should so. So 2017 was a rally, 2021 was a rally. Just because of that, they thought that 2025 would be a rally too. So that was just extremely horrible way of looking at market. I have unmuted you. It's me if you want to talk.
Brother Shah, salam.
Alaikum salam, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too.
I have not a question, but I just want to verify something. A lot of the time, market makers, they do the opposite of the public opinions. Let's say everybody was like, okay, January, February, March, it's green usually based on previous cycle, but it turns out to be it turns red. So now a lot of people saying that summer will be red. So I'm thinking maybe the market maker might do the opposite of general opinion. A lot of people talking about summer will be red, and then summer actually turn green, and then fall become red, and then we get the last one. What do you think about that?
It's very simple. It's very simple. A lot of people thought that first quarter will be green. What did they do? They bought in the month of January when nobody was telling people to take an exit. Starting Jan till March, wherever you find an exit, leave. They ended up buying. A lot of people are invested. They don't have money. So even if the market makers make it green for you in the summer, where are you going to find that money to invest? And it just gets horrible. It's not only that. Right now, as the market continues to go down, these people are going to do DCAs. So by the time when it is supposed to be the trap and the reversal, and it is time for them to jump in, they are already exhausted. There is no money left. Then the market makers, they jump in and they push the graph up. But who is going to continue with the graph going up? Yes, market makers bought it, but market makers need an exit. If the retailers are never there to continue the rally, so let me make it in simple percentages. Market makers push the coin up 20%, Bitcoin, let's say. Then retailers come and they push it another 20%. Now market makers are in 20 to 40% of profit. Those who bought initially 40%, those who bought in the end 20%. So they are in that kind of profit. They are going to take an exit and leave. They leave the coins in the hands of retailers, which is the usual game with any coin. They buy first, then retailers come, they give the coins to retailers and they leave. But in this case scenario, as retailers are already exhausted, their funds are stuck, and whatever is left, they are going to end up using it with every dip that the market will present, because we have a lot of great influencers telling them it's time to DCA, buy the dip when there is blood in the market, collect, all that bullshit. They will exhaust their funds. So by the time when you reach that point, they don't have money. So market makers buying at that time will be a bad decision because they will get stuck. Retailers will not be able to push it further because retailers will be broke by that time. That's why I keep on talking about quantitative easing. That introduces liquidity into the market. It leads to all kinds of opportunities from all angles. Improvement of job market to creation of new businesses, easier access to loans, lower interest rates, everything. It's like a moment in heaven. That is the time when people can go and do a lot of things. Right now they cannot. So playing a game from market makers, I don't think that market makers manipulate the market. Market makers only go after liquidity when they need it. So for example, there is aggressive buying going on for Bitcoin on Binance, okay? And Binance is running out of Bitcoins and there is a demand for Bitcoin and the demand keeps on increasing. They don't know what to do. That is the time when the market makers, they jump in, they liquidate some people, they take their Bitcoin, they add it back to their funds. And then once they have their resources filled, then they run with it. Market makers are very careful. They don't jump into the market quite often. They used to do it back in the days with the introduction of regulations and controls and everything. Market makers are careful. And market makers, in the most simplest manner, they are exchanges and their buddies. So it's not a society of people or individuals. They are not whales. They are not krakens. They are none of them. Market makers are intelligent people that run organization, and they have certain agendas, and they are very careful with what they do. The heat maps that you look at in on-chain, where you see there is liquidity, market makers generally don't go after them even if there is liquidity sometimes. Why? Because the market makers don't need that money. So if they are in some kind of trouble, then they will go after it. If they are not, market makers generally sit on the sidelines. They go and contribute to the market, but very less. And they always ensure that it is done at the time when the retailers are in a power to take over and contribute. So if they are going to create a bull rally, retailers should be in a place like that. You are not going to attach a cart to a bull and the bull is injured. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. One more question if someone else not asking question.
Okay, brother.
So what do you think about M2? Because a lot of going back to the influencer, a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube, they're keep bringing up the M2 chart, kind of explaining through the cycle where the big Bitcoins and M2.
M2, I have a simple answer for that. Where were they with their M2 before all this disaster happened? If M2 is such a good indicator, why didn't they tell people that the 2025 is going to be in trouble? Look, you need to understand that you have reactive indicators and you have proactive indicators. Reactive indicator is an indicator. A good example of that would be criminals. Okay, let's say that you commit a crime in West. Let's say you do it in USA. Okay, they have an organization called NSA. They're recording our calls. They're listening to everything all the time. Our phones and the cameras they're running. They have all that big data. All that data is useless until you commit a crime. Because once you commit a crime, then they search you in the database, then they find everything on you. It's a reactive approach, okay? But proactive approach would be what? To catch you before you do something. So this indicator, and everyone is introducing it and is using it and is saying that it is useful indicator. For me, M2 is not a useful indicator because it's a reactive indicator. If the market changes, it says it is changing. It's like RSI. One of the reasons I don't like to use RSI is because most of the time RSI is in line with the chart. So, or Bollinger Bands or any other indicators that you pick. So you need to have more of proactive approaches in the market. And if M2 is such a good indicator, why was it not used last year to give people heads up that, look, something is happening? M2 is indicative only right now just because of the fact that we are sitting in a market like this, and now it is saying that, okay, maybe there is an opportunity. But like I said, if you want to look at something, go and see how those who are sitting in cash, they're behaving. Last time I said about Warren Buffett, I'll say it again. He's the most easiest guy to track. See him investing. If he's not investing heavy, he's still sitting heavy in cash, it means he's waiting it out. So until and unless you don't see one gang member of the smart money going back and investing massive, or at least starting a bit more aggressively, you don't see anything in action. The guy has $330 billion. If he invests 30 billion, that's still 10%. And he's investing what? 1 billion, half a billion, 200 million. He's investing peanuts. And if he's keeping cash, what is he going to do with that cash? I mean, he's an investor, right? Why would he keep cash of this quantity? He has never kept cash of this quantity, ever. Okay. Now I'll answer some questions from YouTube. The market is following usual trends. Will you tell us when you enter the stock crypto market again? Of course I will. I did it last time. I'll do it again for sure. Last time I did that on 5th of August. Somehow 5 has something to do with it. My entry was 5th of August. The exit that I told you was on 5th of January. It is just coincidental. But if I was a moon boy, I would have linked that up to some kind of pattern. Is there any chance for alts to reverse? Yes, of course, alt will reverse, but it will take time. I mean, if you are saying, will alt ever reverse? Yes, they will. Hey bro, I shorted Aptos at 4.88 with a TP 4.7. What do you think about this trade? Just a second. My God, you're asking for that on a live chat. Aptos. That's a very particular trade. Okay, we have Aptos. 4.88. Okay, your entry is not bad, depending on which exchange you're using. And you have used a short on it. Let me see. You didn't mention which time frame. Did you mention that? Nope, you didn't. Okay. Let me see. Oh, you must have seen this ugly head and shoulder over there. It's 4.798 and your target is 4.7. What was it? 4.71. It's a bit greedy, but it is possible because 4.71. Yeah, I mean, if it goes to 4.71, it will pretty much get really red from there. So your target is good and your trade is valid. Okay, now I'll see some comments from the Telegram. Okay. Your opinion on CDFI, Relio token, Polka starters. Wow, 3 things at the same time. Rio, I don't know. Polka starter, they went to Portugal, I think in 2023 to get retrained. I came back and I shared it with my VIP community, told them to buy. I went and I invested heavily. We did almost a 3x on it. I think Polka starter is trying their best to do well. The problem is that it's a launchpad, and same answer for CDFI. All of the launchpads are struggling because somehow people have lost their hope with pre-sales. So pre-sales, or you want to call it IDO, ICO, IGO, whatever you want to call it, all of them are pre-sales. That makes it difficult. Same is the reason for CGPT that it is struggling, or so many other coins. So they're not bad projects. CDFI, Polka Starter, amazing projects. If they go down and we are sitting in a bear market, I'll definitely go and buy them. One piece of financial advice: always go after launchpads when they are at the worst of their worst. Go and buy their coins and collect them. They are always a sure shot. They have never failed me, and they're the easiest pick to do. It's like before the bull run end, I told everyone to go after gaming projects and open a short on them, like projects like Big Time and others. Good morning, Shah. What do you think about ZBCN for short term? I don't know. I mean, short term, I have posted the video. You need to go and see that. Now let's look at some comments here. Okay, where did it go? There it is. I entered, don't worry. Your best educated guess for XCN in the near future. In near future, I expect it to go down. If you are talking about next 2-3 months, that is near future, because you are entering summer. XRP and Swift collaboration, April 21st. Yeah, I mean, good for XRP Moonboys, but I mean, there is no collaboration on this planet that is left behind that XRP has not done. You can knock on your neighbor's door, you will find out that XRP has a partnership with them too. Aptos, bro, tell me about ETH. You need to be more specific. What do you mean by that? Hi Shah, what do you think about ZBCN short-term outlook? I have posted the video. I pretty much agree to what I have shared there. Hi Shah from Perth, Australia. Okay. Any thoughts on ACH movements? Enjoying your channel. ACH movements. I assume you're talking about ACH coin. Alchemy Pay. Oh, it is moving crazy. 240 million. Okay, it's a small market cap. So you're dealing with the situation of XEN. This thing is in the perpetual downward trend. It needs to confirm the breakout. If I'm able to draw, I would be able to tell you that this is a breakout right now that you're seeing on this coin. It just needs to hold certain levels. As I'm not in a state to draw right now, but I will cover this coin in a video. Don't worry. But you need to be careful with coins like this. Whenever they rally, they always go down because they are easy to manipulate. So that is why. Okay. Now let's go to Telegram questions. I'm 25% down on Ethereum, 8% down on Solana. I'm an investor trying to be a trader. What are your opinions? Should I hold or sell? I think if you are a trader, you need to take new trades. You cannot jump into the water and then make a phone call and say that, hey, I'm drowning. What do I do? Swimming can be learned by practicing with some safety measure in place. Right now, you have basically married the coins of Ethereum and Solana. The only thing that you can do is wait for it to go back to your entry and then take an exit. And then next time when you're entering, have a plan. Have a stop loss in place, have a target in mind, and be ready for it. That's what I can tell you. Right now, if you're going to cut losses or do something, it's not going to help you. Hi Shah, any update about Karasu? Where are you seeing it in next 6 months? Are you considering it to list in any exchanges in next 6 months? No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to list it on any exchange. Next 6 months, more developments, of course. We have done some good amount of developments recently. We're going to do more of them to attract more users. My next 6 months focus would be to find users for the utilities we have developed instead of looking for investors to invest in the coin, because investors for a project are as useless as they can be. They're happy when the chart is green, they are sad when the chart is red. But as a project owner, you need people who are using your apps and stuff that you have developed. Then you can talk about success overall. If you don't have users, in the long run, you're going to die anyway. Okay, you missed this one. Do you think VET is ready for upward journey? Right time to have some VET in spot? It's not right time. If you're investing for long term, wait it out. Wait for the summers. If you keep some cash, you will be happy. I hope this is being recorded because I missed it because of frigging work. Don't worry, Josh. It is live on YouTube as well. It is getting recorded and it will be on YouTube. Okay. Now this is enough for which exchanges to use for the trades you give. Any exchange. I use Binance. You can use Maxi. You can use any exchange that you want. Just don't use Kraken, Coinbase, Crypto.com, and some other funny exchanges that they have created on the continent of America to scam the investors. Just use some decent exchanges. There are so many out there. You can use Bybit, Mexi, BingX. Even if you use KuCoin, I might still agree to that. It's a bit complicated to use, but it's okay. It has sub-account system that really annoys me. Okay, bro, Ethereum 2700 plus, and then it's in another language. Hi Shah, okay, this one is done. Is there any way we can read the stuff you explain? I'm writing a book. Pray that that book is launched. I think even my staff is angry with me. My head analyst, he makes a lot of jokes saying that the book is not going to come in this century. So I think those who are waiting for the book, they would be annoyed as well, because my own staff is annoyed. Okay, Dan R, go ahead. You have a question?
Hi, Brother Shah. How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Thank God. I just have a question for you. I keep asking, is there an actual way to predict the movements, or is it when you're from bottom support to top support, it could be any pattern?
Which movements?
Any coin, like when you're between two different, you always talk about don't take any transactions in the middle of two supports.
Oh yeah.
But when it hits a bottom support, can you predict the movements, or like are there patterns that you have to watch for?
It's always two candle philosophy. If it doesn't create two candles below that support area, the support will hold. And
4 hours.
If you're using on 4 hours, then it is 8 hours. If you're using 1 hour candles, then it is 2 hours. It depends on which candle you're using. And the reason I use this concept, because its accuracy stays up to 70%. And if something is accurate 70%, I just stick to it. Because at the end of the day, in crypto or in stocks or anywhere, you're basically playing a game of probabilities. So I stick to the probability on the higher end. And if I'm taking 10 trades and I'm failing 3 times and winning 7 times, it's not bad at all.
No, that's good. You're making money.
Yeah. So you stick to the basics.
Yeah, okay. So then, another thing I do is I've been drawing the line of the downtrends, and then I'm watching for the breakouts above that. Once it goes above that, is the same rule? For candles?
Yeah, for breakouts of trend lines, me and my you need to understand there are many schools of thoughts. Okay, so my head analyst, he disagrees with my method, and I don't follow his method. So we have difference of opinion. So I'll share both of them. The general concept is that if you have a downward trend and you close one candle above it, then it is confirmed that the breakout is done. Then from the second candle you can enter, because now the downward trend is over. It has closed one full candle above it. Personally, I like 2 candles. So I stick to 2 candles instead of 1. So you can use either.
But I noticed that sometimes it breaks out and then it actually retraces back to that downward trend and then bounces off the downward trend again.
Yeah.
So do you just buy like 10% once it breaks out?
No, you don't do that, because
cost average?
You don't do that because if something happens, sometimes you can't change rules because of that. The reason I always keep on saying that trading is all about discipline is because that you will have anomalies everywhere. You will have, look, trading is like science. I know that when I used to read science in school, it used to annoy me. They will tell you that, okay, light always travels in straight line, and then they will give you an exception, but it spreads as well because it's photons. So they will teach you one thing, and then they will give you another thing that, okay, this is the exception to it. So for me, it became very common that, okay, in science, whenever they teach you one rule, they always give you an exception. In trading, you cannot rely on exceptions, okay? Just because something happens, it sometimes retraces back, or sometimes it does something. You cannot do that. The only thing that you can do is stick to some certain discipline, whatever it is. 1 candle philosophy, 2 candle, retracement, if you are only going to trade only when it retraces back, that is fine too. But you need to have one philosophy when you're trading. You cannot pick anything from everywhere. You cannot cherry pick things. We all do things on our own way. You can stick to one school of thought. You cannot apply everyone's concept into one thing and then make an amalgamation out of it. It's not MMA where you can mix boxing and kickboxing and everything together into one mashed potato and then make it work.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with 2 candles and then put in the stop loss at what I buy in it, and that's gonna be my new way.
Yeah, not buy in, but you are taking my classes. I'll teach you where to put stop loss. Stop losses, they generally go below the trend line. I'll teach you I'll teach you the 2% philosophy. Stop loss should never be bigger than 2% in a strict trading regime. But we will discuss that in a class how to use that. But yes, the 2 candle philosophy, you can stick to it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem at all. Okay. Now, questions. So many questions. My God. What do you think of Jacy? I think it's a horrible project. It's one of the most inflated coins that exists on crypto. If I go and find that what is the most inflated coin, I think Jacy would be in the top 10. And when I say inflation, it means that that coin is never going to recover and it's going to stay as bad as possible. So that also means that if you're looking at 2021 prices, you will never see them. How many cats do you have? I have 2 cats. Thank God someone asked something else. How do you think the upcoming crypto regulation affect USDT and BTC? I don't think it will have any form of effect because not everyone does crypto. At least the big boys that I know of, they don't do crypto the usual way. And if they're not doing it the usual way, it's not going to affect them. In a lump sum, if I give you a total of Bitcoins, how much I know of 58, 11, 68, 69. I know people who have $69 billion in Bitcoin. So they are not doing it in the normal ways, so I don't think that regulations are going to have an impact on them. XRP. Shah, is there any way we can read the stuff? I've answered that. So you're saying that if you're already down on your portfolio by 60%, you shouldn't sell. Yes, that is correct. But if it's going to go down even further to maybe minus 90%, that depends on one thing. If the coin that you have is going to die, if you have purchased a coin, like if you have purchased Melania or Trump, cutting losses, it makes sense. You're sitting in a sinking ship. At the time of recording that video on the day of launch, Trump was at $9, and I said that in video that there will be a time when it will not even come back to this price. And I think if you give Trump coin 2-3 more months, that will become a reality when that price would look like an unachievable target. So if you are sitting in a coin like that, yes, cutting losses make sense. Otherwise, if you are 60% down, let it go down another 20%. It's not worth taking the risk, because if you sell it to now save 20% when you have already destroyed yourself by 60%, it makes no sense. You might as well take another hit of 20% instead of risking yourself that when you sell, it goes back up. And then you would have lost every opportunity. Why? Because in that moment, you will panic buy and you might end up buying a fake dead cat bounce. So when it was going up, it went there and you thought that, okay, you have lost the opportunity, you bought, and then what happened? It started crashing from there. You only increase the loss. Believe me what I'm telling you, I have seen it over and over and over again. Quantitative easing is the Fed printing money, right, in simple terms? Yes, that is correct. There are many ways of doing it, but it is about injecting $2 to $3 trillion, or at least $1 trillion If it is something in $1 billion, it's useless. What do you think about Pepe and Dogecoin? I have discussed this already. Meme coins, what's your opinion on them? I think stay away from meme coins as far away as you can. Unless you are some days really tired, you are upset with your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, and you want to go and invest and lose some money. You want to do casino, you want to gamble, go after meme coins. Never ever marry meme coins. It doesn't matter what they are. They always create Burj Khalifa pattern and die. How do I speak to you on this live? You cannot talk to me on this live on YouTube. I'm talking to them, those that you are hearing. They are on my Telegram VIP. So they ask questions there and I answer them over there. Okay, exchanges for leverage trades. I've already explained them. You cannot use these exchanges of Coinbase or Crypto.com or Kraken, to my knowledge, for leverage. Okay, we have way more questions. My God, where did it go? But at least it's better than TikTok. They spam a lot. Okay. He still hold a little too early his Apple share. He still hold a little his Apple share. I mean, he couldn't get out of his Apple altogether. I don't know what amount he sold. 70 billion, $100 billion. He sold crazy. He has $385 billion available now. $385 billion. Imagine. If you just add some more to it, that's $500 billion, and that is sitting in hardcore cash. Go and check the financial statements of BlackRock. You will not see more than $15 to $20 billion. And I'm exaggerating it because last time I checked a year and a half ago or a year ago, they had only $7 billion. So the most famous 10 trillion or $20 trillion institution doesn't have that kind of cash. Apple doesn't have that kind of cash. Go after any company, no one has that kind of cash, and he has that kind of cash. That's crazy. Okay, Paolo says, hello Shah, thank you for your amazing daily content. I'm in both Telegram channels. Do you see XLM correcting back to breakout price? Like potentially HBAR will? I looked at XLM pretty recently and I don't think that is going to happen. It is struggling at the moment. Do you think that we will see a stock market correction in 2025? Of course. I mean, you are already seeing some. You will see more. Also, do you think ISO 20022 coins will end up being a rip-off scam? Of course. Could there really be a use case for the banking system? I'm tired of hearing ISO. I mean, the moment I read ISOs, it brings a big smile on my face because I'm using it as a laughing content. It is a sales pitch used by XRP, then it was copied by XLM, then it was copied by XDC. So for some reason, all those people who had an X in them they started using it. But use case is not going to be there. I don't think so. I don't know about the other people, but I can only talk about the people that I'm in touch with. No one is pro banking system. I mean, who would like to tie their hands and legs and then be told how to do things that you can do freely? So that is a very questionable thing. Retailers, they see it as a good thing. Retailers, they are heard. They like to be dictated, but those who have an influence in this space, in crypto or in stocks or anywhere, they like to be more liberated and free. So one of the reasons that I personally never liked XRP, because it always talked about one thing, and that was about regulation and introducing systems and finding every way to control you, which is totally against the dream that Satoshi had, which was about liberation and being free and being decentralized without being questioned and labeled and tagged. So that overall vision was pretty much killed by, not killed, an attempt was made by XRP, and later on, of course, ETF is doing its best to kill it now. By Jacy, they have their own standard integration into IoT. Okay, fancy stuff. Is it wise to buy 10 million market cap coins right now? It is wise to even buy a coin that is at a market cap of $5,000 if you know what you're doing. It's not about small market cap or big. It really depends on, do you understand what you're doing? Hello, great content. Oh my God. It really hurts me when someone calls me content creator, but that's okay. Jacy, we have discussed. Everyone is talking about Jacy. Did it pump or what? What the hell happened with Jacy? Because generally the frogs come out when there is rain. And oh, it went up 58% in 7 days. Okay, I just looked at it. I was wondering, why is everyone talking about Jacy? I love people when when things are green, they start buying it instead of buying it when the coins are red. But anyway, okay, there was a comment in Telegram. Warren Buffett has been wrong about crypto. He could be wrong about the market now. I cannot comment on it. He was not wrong about crypto. Crypto is too small for him. He has that kind of cash. If he comes, he can buy all crypto all together. The overall liquidity of crypto space together cannot match his cash. If everyone decides to go and sell their coins, they will not be able to sell their coins. You don't have that kind of liquidity as the amount of cash he has. So when he talks about crypto, he is not wrong because crypto is too small for him. Okay. And everyone made fun of Warren Buffett when he said that when he was selling and he was preparing for 2025. Now he's the sole person who is sitting in cash and laughing. And those who are laughing, they are sad now. So that guy is 94 and he's still right. That just amazes me. He started investing at the age of 14. So he has an experience of 80 years. I would like to be that person. I was thinking of shorting BTC. What do you think? I don't think shorting it now is a good idea. Tell me about mantra Om. I have made a very long ass video about it. Please watch that. Will squeeze soon. Omni. Someone is sharing Omni. If you guys are looking for shills, go for Omni. I'm so glad I made a live chat. You have answered me on a comment, but could you tell me how you feel about futures versus spot on an exchange and the effect they have on the market? The effect is simple. Leverage trading, it increases the power of a person by the amount of leverage they use. Personally, I have gone up to 20, if I talk about serious money, if I talk about $1 million, I would say 25x. If I'm talking about stupid money, I have used 50 and above, but those were just peanuts. So if you are talking about $1 million on a 25x, you are talking about a power of $25 million with a sole person. That is crazy. So future trading, leverage trading has a crazy impact on the market, and I have visually seen it. The best part or the most amazing part of trading with leverage or with big funds is that you can see the candles move. You can go and do, even with a 2x, I did a 2x on Mana with big funds, and I could literally see the money that I was investing and the candles that they were going up. So the impact is crazy. You can liquidate people with it. if someone has a stop loss and they think it's going to go down more, they have a short open, or they are invested in it but they have put a stop loss even on spot, then a person like me can go and hit the trigger depending on I'm shorting or longing, right? So the markets, they are suffering because of leverage trading, and now with new entities like Hyperliquid, which is doing a tremendous job in leverage trading, I think they have made the markets more easy to manipulate now. On top of it, now your influencers, they are reporting every trade that is opened on Hyperliquid. It makes things even worse because now they know that they are going to make news. All they need to do is take $10-20 million, take a leverage trade on Ethereum on long, and everyone thinks, okay, it's going to go up. They start buying, and then he takes an exit and leave. It can be anything. Anyway. Okay, how to join your Telegram community. In every video, there is description, then there is a link to the Telegram. Is Blofin a good exchange? I have seen a lot of my Australian, I don't know if I can call them friends, online buddies using Blofin. So I haven't used it, so I would trust it. Australians, they are using better exchanges than what Canadians and America or the United States people are using. So if they are using Blofin, it would make sense. And I have seen them taking leverage trades there, so I know that leverage trading works on Blofin. BTCC since 2011 never had a single security issue. Same thing applies to Binance and others. Bro, are you from Pakistani? That don't think this is an appropriate word. Are you saying, are you from Pakistan? I'm not. If your next guess is India, I'm not from there either. Bro, where is the link to your Telegram community? Nothing in the chat. No one is asking questions here. No raised hands. I'll drink water. Anyone can raise hand, ask questions if you want to talk. I have Telegram chat open. It's continuously open. This phone doesn't go off. So I'm seeing what you're writing. And we don't have TikTok, so less noise. Okay. Where the hell did it go? Okay, hi Shah. Do indicators help with future trading? It really depends on what you're doing. I personally recommend to stick to less indicators. The less the noise, the better it is for you. Yes, stick to some basic indicators. And if you can improve something, and if you must use something, learn to use Fibonacci. Those are good indicators with a mix of RSI. But stick to basics. If you're going to go after MACD and other stuff, or you're going to go and start applying harmonica, or you're going to use Elliott waves, or start introducing other complicated concepts, thinking that just because you can draw a lot of lines and make things complicated is going to work, it's not. Okay, you're right. I don't know what are you talking about. Any mentorship? Yes, I do, but it's better to stay away. I charge a lot of money. What do you also think about Casper? I don't know. I've forgotten about it. How can I ring you? You cannot ring me, unfortunately. What's your football team? I don't watch football, but I do have a favorite without watching football, and that's Ronaldo. I like that guy's overall character and the way he keeps himself as a human being, and an influencer, if you want to call him influencer, because he has an influence. And the proof was when he took that Coke bottle and removed it from the table, and Coke went down $4 billion. That was some influence. Do you think TIA will ever go up to $5? I don't think so. TIA has 100% inflation, and they keep on increasing it. Just like Arbitrum going to $2 is a dream, is the same case scenario with TIA. And as I have said, humongous several times before, I love Arbitrum. I think it's the best project in layer 2, but its tokenomics suck, so the graph cannot go up. So while you love the coin, it's like dealing with cancer. It is your right arm. You have used it a lot for things that I cannot say, but still, if it has cancer, you need to chop it off. Okay. Bro, some word on fourth. I have no idea what is fourth. Hello, I'm watching live. I have a question. I'm still sitting at 83k shorting, huge loss. Can you give me some advice? I would advise you to still hold and wait. 83k is not that far. It will just give you an opportunity to come back and hopefully will release you. Brother, what about TST? Should we invest in it? TST is a meme coin. Its overall tokenomics are good. So if it gets lucky, it can pump hard. It's a small market cap. It's already listed on Binance, just like everyone is right now commenting about Jacy. You will see the same thing with TST if it starts going up. Hi, I was out of market since December and I have no idea what's going on. What happened? So in a nutshell, can you fill me in? Update me on a narrative now. Death Bay, I have a video under my popular section. It's video number 3. It says 2025 financial crisis. It's 20 minutes. Please go and watch that. It's a good catch up. So if I were to go down further, how many years would I have to wait to get back my entry prices? 2 years. What do you think of Oasis Rose? It's a okay project, pretty old. They were not able to deliver much, so you can't expect much. It was famous in 2021, but not so much in 2023, 2024. I haven't seen a single human coming and asking me about it. Thanks for answering my questions. Do you consider privacy coins to potentially have a surge? I think any coin can surge if they are able to bring together the user base. You always talk about that it is privacy, it is RWA, it is this, it is that. Go and find out that if their product is actually working. Go and see the actual numbers. Again, to find an opportunity to criticize Apple. If you are an Apple user, you will not be able to tell anything because Apple keeps you blind. I'll show you an example. So someone shared a coin called Safe and it has a wallet. It was not someone, it's actually my student. Now I remember. It has 50,000 downloads. Okay. You guys can see it too. Now it has a coin and there was some aggressive influencer marketing behind it. It's a very old coin too. Now I told him that, did you see its downloads? And he said no. I said, open your phone. He has an iPhone, he couldn't see it. I said, just like iPhone hides its RAM, its battery and every detail, they hide downloads as well. So if you don't have an iPhone, you can always check how a product is performing. Some of them are apps. You can always go and check, like Trust Wallet. It has 50 million downloads. It's the most used wallet. If you go and check MetaMask, 10 million downloads. Other people, none of them can come close to it. Like if you go to TikTok, everyone is talking about Exodus, but it has only 1 million downloads. So performance is really easy to judge. If you think privacy tokens, go and find out how they are doing in terms of that. Are they getting established? If I have an app, number of downloads pretty much concludes how I'm doing, right? So I think for any coin that you fall in love with, see how they're producing results. Okay. Josh says Shah is hilarious. Thank you so much, Shah. No problem at all. Thank you, brother Shah, for all the hard work. No problem. We are above 1 hour. Shah, how did you become millionaire? That was blunt luck. I had zero contribution in it. I bought Ethereum early on. if you're talking about millionaire in crypto, because I have worked my ass off in business as well, and I made money there too. I bought Ethereum when it was under 30. My average price after buying few thousand Ethereums, it averaged out at $30. And that is how I made it. And when I was buying Ethereum, I didn't know that it is a good thing to buy. I had no idea what was crypto. I was buying Ethereum because it was cheap to buy, and it was easy to buy, and I was able to collect more coins. So in my mind, the process was simple. Bitcoin was expensive. I didn't want half a coin, because visually when I would think of it, that it sounds really stupid. Why will I have a half a coin? So I wanted full coins. So I started buying Ethereum. And in the days of 2016, they used to say that Ethereum is silver and Bitcoin is gold. That was the only sales pitch we used to have. So I got lucky with it. I don't think I made money with some kind of knowledge or being intelligent or anything. I was as stupid as it can be. I started learning crypto in 2020. That is when I started learning how to do crypto. And then I became really good. And in 2021, I started something called Road to a Million. I started hitting $1 million from $2,000 with shitcoins. And my first hit, I think it was with 4 coins, if I recall it correctly. I do remember some of the names. It was really easy. In 2021, making money with shitcoins was easy. All you had to do was buy pre-sales. And then I kept on doing it. Then I tried to do $1 million with future trades. And then I tried to do it over and over again. The last big, egoistic thing I have done was in 2024, 5th of August. I opened 238 trades on 25x leverage, and I let it run. That was the most fun I had. I'm up 150% on Jacy. I used 5x leverage. Should I take profit? Of course, you should take profit. You cannot try to make one coin make you rich. Don't be under that perception. It's one of the reasons people are stuck in XRP, because they think that they are no good. They got lucky with XRP. They bought it at 30 cents, 50 cents. As they are so incompetent, if they sell XRP now, they will never be able to find another coin with such kind of entry, because they believe that they don't understand anything. So if you don't think like that, Bala, sell your Jacy and go and find your next coin that will give you 150%. I'll try to stay 5 minutes more and then I have to go. My throat is killing me. You look like India. You do. Okay. I cannot see you. Otherwise I would have made a comment like that too. But from your English, I can say that you don't belong to Western society either. Your I in India is not capital, and your sentence is grammatically wrong. Okay. Ni hao, brother. Ni hao is China. Ni hao. It's not Japan. I would know that part. I have watched too many animes. Okay, how can I start trading with $5? My nephew asked his martial art teacher, I want to raise my leg high. How do I do it? He said, by raising your leg high. So even though it sounds stupid, to improve in trading is by trading. And of course, then learning a little bit. Stay away from complication, keep things simple, reduce the noise, don't follow too many people. Okay. I will never forget your 5th of August calling the bottom. Thank you, brother. That's what we call getting lucky. Mary says, I loved your video about pawns. Thank you, Mary. Actually, a friend of mine, we were only friends in Facebook online. He took a flight when he got to know I'm in Canada, and he came and then he stayed at a hotel here in Toronto that has pawns and all the chess pieces. Then we took a picture because he also loved my video of pawn. So thank you, Mary, for that. Okay, I think we are done. Thank you everyone for joining. It was a pleasure speaking with you all. I am sweating and I think I'm getting tired. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye.